In my humble opinion, the best thing that Walt Disney ever did when it came to live action cinema would be the film Mary Poppins. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, one of the best films I've ever seen. I loved it in my childhood and I love it today as an adult. And I was really excited and very happy that they were going to take the story of the making of that movie and turn it into a movie itself. And now that I've seen that brand new movie, the film is called Saving Mr. Banks. And there is a lot of awesome people, a lot of awesome actors and actresses that are in this film. From Tom Hanks, who plays Walt Disney, to Emma Thompson, who plays the author, P.L. Travers, the author of Mary Poppins herself. And the movie also stars Paul Giamatti, B.J. Novak, Bradley Winford, Jason Schwartzman. Oh, Paul Giamatti. Can't forget Paul Giamatti. Alright, so yes, this brand new movie, which is directed by John Lee Hancock, who gave us The Blind Side and The Rookie, is the telling of how Mary Poppins went from book to the screen. And it's a very interesting story that's being told here, because we're not just getting one story about this film, about this journey. We're actually getting two stories that are happening kind of at the same time, being told at the same time. One of them is, of course, about how the movie came to be, and then the other one is about the childhood memories of P.L. Travers. And we get to see that kind of journey through her as a young girl and how much she loves her father, who's played by Colin Farrell. And so we go back and forth. The movie just goes back and forth to the early 1960s when the movie was getting made, to the turn of the century when she was dealing with the problems in her life. And it just goes back and forth, and we learn so much about her and her journey, as well as she's dealing with the fact that something that she holds near and dear to her heart, Walt Disney wants to make into a feature film and show it off to the world. I was extremely excited to see this movie. I was so pumped up. The movie does get released on December 20th. I had a chance to go see it with some good friends. And so watching this movie, I was just having that, just like, please be good, please be good, please be something worth watching. And because there's so much stuff going on in this film. I mean, there's a lot of layers to be explored. Now, I know that this is a true story. I know this is also a movie, so they probably took many liberties to tell this story. I don't know how exactly this all went down, but they really do a great job at introducing all these characters, and everybody really gets to shine. And one of my favorite aspects of the movie is when they introduce some of the music, which is by the Sherman Brothers, who are played by B.J. Novak and Jason Schwartzman. And I love that music, and I hear that music, I break down like a little baby. It's some of the greatest music ever told, and the Sherman Brothers contributed so much. There's also a documentary. I highly recommend you check out the documentary done by Disney about the Sherman Brothers. It's an awesome, one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. But there's so much more going on to this movie than just the relationship that's happening between Walt Disney, Tom Hanks, and P.L. Travers, played by Emma Thompson. There's more going on, and to my surprise, this movie is mainly really about Emma Thompson's character, about her journey as she tries and deals with the past and what's going on in her near present, and how her baby, the book, Mary Poppins, the character she created, how it's going to proceed in the future. There's so many awesome themes going on here and messages about lost, about forgiveness, about redemption, about letting go, about family, about finding peace and happiness. And as a moviegoer, these are all the things that I just love to see. And this happening to be also about Disney and all that stuff. I love Disneyland. I go to Disneyland on a monthly basis, and there's a part of the movie where they go and they visit Disneyland, and that was awesome to see Disneyland kind of transported back to the early 1960s. And I love where the camera was positioned at times, because you're like, if they just turn the camera just a little over, you're probably going to see something modern. But this movie is handled and directed so beautifully. The screenplay is great. The connection, the contrast between this really kind of, she is just not a very happy person, and it's played so well by Emma Thompson. And then you got Walt Disney, played by Tom Hanks, and he's just a happy-go-lucky guy just trying to get this movie made. He promised his daughters 20 years ago, and you get this balance. I mean, that's what's so great about some of the best movies. They just get a balance between these two characters, and they have to kind of come together to make one of the greatest movies ever made. And I just absolutely love this film. I also want to mention that the movie does look amazing. The cinematography is great because we get a great contrast between the 1960s and the turn of the century. They capture so well. One is so bright and friendly, and the other one's kind of dark and dreary, and it just has a great balance to it as well. The music by Thomas Newman is incredible. I can't wait to own the soundtrack to this movie. I really hope this movie gets awards, at least some nomination, especially for Emma Thompson. I think she carries this movie off into movie heaven. Everybody else, I had said before, gets a chance to shine. If somebody is introduced in this film, they get a little bit of character development or maybe even more. But this movie is really all about Emma Thompson. It's her performance. It's standalone. It's amazing. It's incredible. I absolutely love this movie. This movie is a great companion piece to Mary Poppins, the movie itself. I would watch these side by side, especially, you know, once they're both on DVD or Blu-ray. I would love to sit down and watch them side by side. I also noticed in the movie, I do want to say, there's one scene where the camera pans over and you see Walt Disney. There's a picture of Florida on his desk or something, and I just was like, man, that'd be awesome if this movie was successful. I hope this movie's successful so we get like a quasi-sequel where we get to see the journey of how Walt Disney World came about. But this is an amazing film, and it's a film that I absolutely love, and I definitely recommend you go check it out. And it comes out December 20th. I think that's when it comes out, or Christmas sometime, whatever. But this is an awesome movie, and I'm going to give Saving Mr. Banks 4 out of 4 stars. It's one of the best films I've seen this year, and I'm so excited to say that. I was really happy to say that because I just love Mary Poppins, and now I can say The Making of Mary Poppins is just an exceptional film as well. This is a great movie about filmmaking. That's what I should say. It's a great movie about the film and how, there's a lot of work that goes into making one movie, whether it's amazing or not. I'm MovieManCHAD. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Twitter and I'm on Facebook. And please go to WeLiveFilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to We Live Film. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. I hope to do more movie reviews coming up very, very soon. I also did a movie review with Derek Easley right after we saw the movie. We did that for We Live Film. Please go check that out on the We Live Film channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great holiday season and peace on earth.